We're going to call this meeting to order. Can all the council members please take their seats on the dais? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the meeting to order. Notice of this meeting stating the date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Copies of the agenda are also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is now called to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please conduct a prayer and flag salute?
God of the universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the event of an emergency, the proper method of exiting the council chambers is through the 3 doors in the rear of the room. Occupants should proceed down the staircase, out the front door, and move away from the area of the front steps. Any member of the public wishing to speak during the public comment session at the end of the meeting, please sign in on the white sheets provided at the front of the room with your name and address. Please turn off all cell phones or place them on vibrate. If you must take a call, please leave the council chambers to do so. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond. Here. Javik.
Present.
Caldwell.
Present.
Mohammed.
Excused.
Rivas.
Present.
Delgado.
Here.
Strano.
Here.
Armstead.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Hudak.
Here.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Here. Okay, can we have approval of the published session minutes of November 25th, 2025, please?
I move for approval of minutes of November 25, 2025. I request a second. Second.
Mrs. Ormond.
Abstain.
Javik.
Yes.
Caldwell. Rivas.
Yes.
Delgado.
Yes.
Strano.
Yes.
Armstead.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Hudak.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask Councilman Rivas from the 5th Ward to join Mayor Armstead and myself down on the floor. Okay. We have a resolution this evening honoring Councilman Carlos Rivas for his dedicated service as councilman of the 5th Ward, and I'll begin reading it. Whereas Councilman Carlos Rivas will be concluding his 3rd year of service as a councilman of the 5th Ward on December 31st, 2025. And whereas Carlos Rivas was first elected councilman of the 5th Ward on November 8th, 2022, and began his service to the residents of the 5th Ward on January 1st, 2023. And whereas Carlos has served on numerous councilman committees, including Accident Review, Community Service, previously the separate committees of Engineering and Affordable Housing, Linden Greenway Landfill, and Public Works and Clean Communities Committees, Budget Review and Finance, Negotiations and Labor Relations, and FAA Committee Newark Airport Noise Pollution. And whereas Carlos also has served as liaison to the Linden Housing Authority, the Linden Roselle Sewerage Authority, the Morris Creek Flood Control Commission, and the Linden Board of Education. And whereas Carlos Rivas' commitment to the Linden community had previously, prior to his service on the city council, led him to service the residents of the youth of Linden as a member of the Linden Board of Education. Whereas his dedication and commitment has benefited the citizens of the Fifth Ward and those of the city of Linden in many ways, and has contributed to the efficiency in the operations of the Linden municipal government and improving the quality of life for all of Linden residents. And whereas Councilman Rivas has discharged his duties with great diligence, compassion, diplomacy, and faithful dedication to the residents of the Fifth Ward. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and the council of the city of Linden that Councilman Carlos Rivas be and hereby is thanked and congratulated for his years of distinguished public service to the city of Linden, and be it further resolved that this resolution be entered into the minutes of the council of the city of Linden, and that a copy be presented to Fifth Ward Councilman Carlos Rivas in recognition of the foregoing, and signed by myself and Mayor Derek Armstead.
Okay, take a picture first. I just want to personally thank Carlos for serving. You know, being an elected official, whether it's on the Board of Education, whether it's City Council, is a very challenging position because the old saying, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You know, and you can't make everybody happy. That's just the way this business is sometimes, you know. But Carlos did an outstanding job on the Board of Education at one of the most difficult times when it was to serve on the Board of Education. We were dealing with people who didn't want to kind of like move forward, and Carlos was there to help us move things forward, and we finally got to a place where we needed to be in the Board of Education. He did a great job. It wasn't easy, but we got there. So I want to thank him for that. I want to thank him for serving, because just serving on a city council, it takes a great deal of intestinal fortitude. You have to have wisdom, and you have to just have patience, because you're dealing with people and you're dealing with sometimes people who don't even understand what government really is. You know, people think that we just get voted, elected in, and then we just go home and hang out all night, or maybe go to eat every now and again, but it's a 24/7 job. Your phone's always ringing, you know what I mean? And you can never do enough, you know, and sometimes I used to say, if you get Mrs. Johnson's son a job, Mrs. Jones is going to be mad because you didn't get her son a job. So you can't win. You can't make everybody happy. But Carlos, he's been an excellent councilman. He's learned to balance both his job and the city council position, and I think he did a great job. He was an asset to our board here, and he was an asset to the Board of Education, and he'll be missed. And I appreciate him even putting his name and throwing his hat in the ring just to serve in this town that we call Linden, New Jersey. It's a great town, it really is, but it's better because you served. It really is. It really is. Thank you for serving.
I want to sincerely thank the people of Linden for allowing me to serve you as a councilman over the last 3 years. It has been truly an honor to represent you, to listen to your concerns, and to work on your behalf. This journey did not begin easily for me. Earning my term, my family experienced a tragedy that deeply affected me. The loss took away much of my emotional strength, and at times even my desire to continue forward. There were moments when it was difficult to focus, difficult to lead, and it was difficult to find balance. But my responsibility to the people who entrusted me with this role kept me grounded and moving forward. I also want to take a moment to thank the mayor, who gave me this opportunity to step into this waters of public service. I'm grateful for the chance to serve and for the support that was extended to me at the beginning of this journey. As time went on, it became clear the loyalty should be measured by silence, not by comfort, but by the courage to speak up, to say what was right, even when it was difficult or unpopular. With that principle, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me. Serving on this council taught me valuable lessons about resilience, integrity, and public responsibility. Leadership is not about avoiding conflict or preserving convenience. It is about showing up, speaking up, especially when it's hard, and doing what you believe is right for the community. I'm deeply grateful for the residents who show up, spoke up, and held us accountable. Your voices matter to me, and for everybody to realize that only you will hold our public officials accountable. As my time to this council comes to an end, I step away with gratitude and respect for the community. While I might be leaving my seat, my commitment to Linden does not end. I will continue to care, to speak up, to stand alongside all of you who want a stronger and fair city for everybody who lives in Linden. Thank you for your trust, your patience, and the privilege that you gave me to serve as your councilman for these 3 years. God bless all of you.
We're now going to move on to ordinances on hearing. Okay, ordinances that were held from the May meeting, 6928. Can we have a motion to table it, please?
Yes, Council President, seeing that we're at the end of the year, I'm moving that we table ordinance number 6928, which will be tabled to a future meeting.
Okay, can we have a second, please?
Second?
Yes.
Mrs. Norman?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yamakitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6929, can we also have a motion to table that as
Yes,
well?
Council President, ordinance number 6929 falls under the same category. Move that it be tabled to a future meeting as well.
Okay,
That's
can
for
we
second.
have a second, please?
Mrs. Orman?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead? Yes. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yamakitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6956, please.
An ordinance to repeal Section 2-26.3, 2-7.3B5, 10-1.2, and 10-2.1.1B of the Code of the City of Linden to remove the Construction Board of Appeals.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move to close the public hearing of Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik? Caldwell? Rivas?
No.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6957, please.
An ordinance authorizing the city clerk, police chief, fire chief, city engineer, municipal treasurer, construction code official, director of community services, and director of parks and recreation to be paid for holiday time in lieu of appropriate time off passed March 7th, 1978, and approved March 8th, 1978, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that the above title ordinance shall be, and the same is hereby amended and supplemented as follows. Amend to read an ordinance authorizing the city clerk, police chief, fire chief, municipal treasurer, construction code official, director of community services, city administrator, health officer, and director of parks and recreation to be paid for holiday time in lieu of appropriate time off past March 7th, 1978, and approved March 8th, 1978, and as amended and supplemented. Delete city engineer, add city administrator, health officer.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Can somebody turn off their microphone?
Mayor?
No, it was, all right, thank you. Council President, I move that we close the hearing on ordinance number 6957. The ordinance be adopted, and I request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Yes. Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6958, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance adopting and enacting the revised general ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed on November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and is amended and supplemented. Section 1, there shall be a new chapter created entitled Filming.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 6958, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Rivas? Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Yes. Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6959, please.
An ordinance of the City of Linden, County of Union, State of New Jersey, authorizing acquisition of real property by negotiations for property located at 35 East Blanky Street, known and designated as Block 212, Lot 24.05, as shown on the official tax maps of the City of Linden, Union County. Whereas the City Council of the City of Linden, County of Union, State of New Jersey, has concluded that it is necessary, desirable, and appropriate for the city to undertake acquisition of property and known and designated as Block 212, Lot 24.05, as shown on the official tax maps of the City of Linden, whereas said property which the city believes it must acquire is private ownership and currently owned by Northwood Avenue LLC, and whereas by adoption of this ordinance, the city authorized the acquisition for a purchase price of $5 million and no cents.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay.
Hello. John, I live in Linden. Hello, everybody. So this is the property right behind the promenade. Can you just let us know, what's the city plan on putting there? I remember 2 weeks, I missed last night's meeting, so I forgot.
Mr. Antonelli? Can the council turn off their mics? Everybody's off? That was.
Good evening, Mr. Kazar. So there hasn't been a formal plan in place, but it's my understanding Board of Health may have a need for relocation from their building, which is not in the best of condition, and there may be some other departments within City Hall that may be move into that location as well.
Okay, I do remember you said that now, a few weeks back. So, when the language here, it says necessary, desirable, and appropriate, so they have this place up for sale, or the city is deciding that this is?
So what I could tell you, just from experience, I want to say, and I'm bad with time, about a year ago, give or take, they did attempt to sell the property at auction. And I don't know ultimately what happened, if they didn't get a bid that was acceptable, or I'm not even sure if they proceeded with the auction. But in any event, I do know that happened. As far as trying to sell it any other way, I'm not sure, but the city back at that time expressed some interest in purchasing the property, but it didn't work out, and then we find ourselves where we are today with the ordinance that you're questioning.
Okay. The next one is about the actual bond. How many years is it?
I'm being told it's a 15-year bond.
Okay. And is it a typical interest rate of 3 to 5%?
Well, I mean, basically whatever the market commands.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what the city's going to wind up paying total on it over 15 years. Probably 7. I have it stretched out to 25 here, so probably a little less. Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 6959, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Second. Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Rivas? Delgado?
yes,
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6960, please.
Bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $5,500,000 for acquisition of property for the Department of Law and authorizing the issuance of $5,225,000 bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move that we close the hearing on ordinance 6960, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
yes,
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6961, please.
Bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $660,000 for color coding and upgrading of various courts at various parks throughout the city for the Department of Parks and Recreation, and authorizing the issuance of $627,000 bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to make a motion that we close the hearing on ordinance 6961 and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, ordinance 6962, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance adopting and enacting the revised general ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-10, parking prohibited at all times on certain streets shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. Chapter 7, Traffic, 7-10, parking prohibited at all times on certain streets. Delete Rebecca Street, both sides from Smith Street to approximately 100 feet north of Hampton Street. Add Ludigan Place, both sides from a point 390 feet southwesterly from Washington Avenue, continuing 160 feet southwesterly therefrom. Add Rebecca Street, north side from Pleasant Street to Hampton Street.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on 6963, adopt and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. We're going back to ordinance 6962. Can you read that, Mr. Clerk?
Sure. Bond ordinance authorizing resurfacing of various streets for the Division of Engineering, appropriating $1,540,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $1,463 bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to move that the hearing on ordinance number 69-62 be closed, the hearing closed, the ordinance adopted, and I request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6964, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance adopting and enacting the revised general ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-13, parking prohibited for street cleaning and maintenance shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. Parking prohibited for street cleaning and maintenance. Add Rebecca Street, north side, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Pleasant Street to Smith Street. Add Rebecca Street, south side, Tuesday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Pleasant Street to Smith Street.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been
No,
received?
ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion that we close the hearing on 6964, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6965, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance adopting and enacting the revised general ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-21 through sheet shall be, and pursuant to the provisions of NJSA 39:4-140, the streets or parts of streets described are hereby designated as through streets. Stop signs shall be installed on the near right side of each street intersecting the through street, except where yield signs are provided for in the designation. Add East Baltimore Avenue, limits between Union Street and East Elizabeth Avenue.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication
No,
been
ma'am.
received? Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 6965, adopted and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
yes,
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6966, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and as amended and supplemented, be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-22.1, four-way stop intersections shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows: 7-22.1, four-way stop intersections, intersection, add Summit Terrace and Princeton Road.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion that we close the hearing on ordinance 6966, adopted and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
yes,
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
yes,
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6967, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and as amended and supplemented, be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows: Chapter 7, Traffic, 7-33, handicap parking regulations, 7-33.1A, handicap parking on the street. Remove 621 East Curtis Street, one spot, 305 West Elm Street, one spot, 1515 Winans Avenue, one spot, add 415 Chandler Avenue, one spot, 621 East Curtis Street, one spot, 717 East Curtis Street, one spot, 1114 Hollywood Road, one spot, 838 Loretta Street, one spot.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 6967, adopted and ask for a second, please.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Delgado?
yes,
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
yes,
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6968, please.
An ordinance of the City of Linden, County of Union, New Jersey, approving the application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the execution of a financial agreement with Toto One Urban Renewal LLC.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance?
John Linden. All right, Linden, another long-term tax exemption, another pilot agreement. This is another, under the umbrella of urban renewal. Just, you'll see all the pilots. So this is on the corner of Route 1 and 9 in Stiles. I just hate it. I hate that we're doing pilots just across the board. This is a commercially viable location, and I just don't think, I think they should pay And I know the excuse the city always gives, oh, they wouldn't have built there. What's going to go there, first of all? Anybody know?
Mr. Antonelli?
Excuse me, I'm not currently aware, but right now, this is just a, if I'm not mistaken, this is the referral, right, for the determination of whether or not the property is an area in need of redevelopment. I don't believe it's in cooperation with the property owner. I don't believe it's going to be with condemnation, but in any event, right now, we're not at that point. But as we all know, and certainly aware that a lot of the redevelopments that the administration has promulgated, usually a pilot follows that project. And I've said it before, it's a tool in the city's toolbox. It allows some flexibility, but at the end of the day, it's a financial benefit to the city of Linden and its taxpayers because it brings in more tax revenue to the city that it would otherwise receive under a regular tax assessment. So I know there's disagreement on that, and I'll leave it there, but I just wanted everybody to be aware that it is a tool that the municipality, like Linden and others, use on a regular basis when it comes to redeveloping projects.
You're absolutely right. I disagree. And it says here, execution of a financial agreement with Tonto. So there is something in the works.
I apologize, I was ahead of myself. I was referring to the resolution that's later on in the agenda. But yeah, so this Mr. Kezar, is the ordinance that would authorize the pilot agreement with the developer for this property.
Okay, so what's it going to be?
I'd have to take a look at it and get you the details.
Okay. Can I see that?
Sure,
Absolutely.
the whole agreement was posted on the website since
Absolutely.
last month.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's
Thank you. All right, just real quick, give me 2 seconds, just explain to the residents, because a lot of people are misunderstood that how pilots work. They think that taxes, they don't pay taxes. They do pay taxes. They pay a fixed share, but it's 95% to the city, 5% to the county, 0% to the Linden Board of Education. We out here pay 40 to 50% to the schools, 30 to the city, 15 to 20% to the county.
Mr. Kezar, your time is up.
The winner is always the developer. The losers are the homeowners, small businesses,
Mr.
and
Kezar,
the
your
school
time is
district.
up. You can-
Thank you.
Public comment, you can. Yes, come.
Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. Unless I'm wrong, I understand pilot programs are to entice developers to come into the city and do some developing. This, to me, places an unfair burden on the taxpayers that own residences in the city. And, you know, at some point, anything along Route 1 has to be more of a prime type of real estate for development rather than something like somewhere in the middle of the city somewhere, in the middle of a housing area. Now, I understand that pilot programs are supposed to work and they pay certain amounts of money to the city in lieu of taxes. That's the whole point of a pilot program. But again, in some cases, if it's an apartment building, if they have a pilot program, they end up not paying school taxes. The city ends up paying the school's fees for the students. And I know there's students in some of these apartment buildings. You know, please think about what you're doing. I mean, I'm all for development but if you can get money based on the type of real estate it is and where it's located, the taxpayers need to come first. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Is there anyone else who'd like to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 69-68, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
Based on what I know, I have to say no.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6969, please.
An ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing a schedule of titles, salary ranges, and regulations for maintaining the classification and salary standardization plan of all employees of the City of Linden, passed August 15, 1995, and approved August 16, 1995, adopting salary schedule 1-TT-2.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the audience like to speak on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I'd like to move that the hearing for ordinance number 6969 be closed, the ordinance adopted, and I request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Armand?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
No.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6970, please.
An ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing a schedule of titles, salary ranges, and regulations for maintaining the classification and salary standardization plan of all employees of the City of Linden, passed August 15, 1995, and approved August 16, 1995, adopting salary schedule 1-TT-3.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I move that the hearing for ordinance number 69-70 be closed, the ordinance adopted, and I request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Armand?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
No.
Delgado?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. We'll now move on to items of communication and the consent agenda.
Madam President,
Yes, Councilman Delgado?
first and foremost, I want to congratulate Councilman Rivas for his service. I'm sorry I can't be there in person to congratulate you due to coming down with illness, and I would now like to say, may I be excused?
Yes, sir. Feel better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Delgado.
Okay, so on consent agenda items, all items listed with asterisks are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. We have items number 1 through 3 this evening. Can we have a motion, please?
It's 1 and 2.
1 through 2.
Council President, I move for approval of consent items 1 and 2 and request a second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we'll now move on to governing body reports, beginning with Councilwoman Ormond in the First Ward.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to start off with the Budget Review and Finance Report. Approval is requested for the following finance actions: the payment of bills totaling $3,573,232. Bills have been signed by the Mayor, Council President, and the Finance Chairwoman, and a detailed check register and vouchers are on file in the Clerk's office. We are in receipt of investments made by the City Treasurer for the month of November at the rate of 4.15%. I move for approval and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes.
Okay, the Division of Transportation and Properties for the City of Linden. I hereby submit the monthly financial report from the Division of Transportation and Parking for the month of November 2025. This report includes the collection of on- and off-street parking meters, railroad parking lots, railroad parking permits, and merchant parking permits. The Trenton side collections, $2,214. New York side collections, $1,124. Railroad credit card transactions, $25,480.55. Railroad permits, 0. Railroad mobile payment, 2320 parking, $18,775.40. Online railroad permits, 0. Parking meter collections, $8,841.80. Merchant permits, 0. The grand total is $56,435.75, submitted by Frank E. Urban III, our parking meter and collector repairer. And just to end the year, my first report, I just want to mention that tomorrow and Thursday, we are having our craft holiday make and take day. Parents can bring their children from pre-K to grade 5 to the Wilson Park House on Summit Street in the First Ward to make something for the holiday. We have some wooden crafts, we have felt crafts, and we have beads. And the beads are in the Christmas color, Kwanzaa color, and also Hanukkah colors. So it's a great opportunity to make a craft and to make a new friend. I'm going to forego traditional business for this month's report because 'tis the season. 'Tis the season to be happy, 'tis the season to celebrate. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a joyous holiday season. For those who celebrate Hanukkah, may the light shine forever. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, for those of us who celebrate Christmas, may the light of our Lord and Savior shine brightly upon us as well. And for those who celebrate Kwanzaa, may the principles resonate forever in your heart and truly reflect what your life is all about. So once again, we just wish you the most joyous and happiness during this season. And I will see all of you in January, where we will get down to some ward business, make some changes, move things forward, then once again, try to get to know one another. Because when it's all said and done, we are all one. We have similarities, we have differences, but one of the things that we do have in common is that we want our neighborhood to be safe, clean, and a wonderful place to raise our children. That concludes my report. Oh, and last but not least, Mr. Rivas, it's been wonderful working with you. I would like to wish you blessings in your future endeavors. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman Ormond. Okay, Councilman Javik?
Yes, Council President. As chairman of the Fire Committee, the Fire Prevention Bureau collected the following monies during the month of November 2025, a total of $4,545.87. Regarding our Linden Fire Department Emergency Medical Service collections, the amount of $91,318.25 for November 2025 have been added to the total deposits for 2025, totaling $986,357.57. Regarding our construction code, this department has issued 184 permits and processed 37 certificates and has issued 60 summonses for the month of November 2025. Monthly revenue is as follows. Building CCO permits and additional permit fees, $103,223. Zoning, $1,425. Court settlements for the month, $14,500. The reflective total being $119,148. Good evening. Well, the ongoing project we have in the Second Ward taking place on West Elizabeth Avenue, which is installing a high-pressure gas line, will be paused for 2 weeks for the holidays. Completion of this project should be by the end of January. Also, the checking of the households for lead pipe service by the water company is almost complete. First and foremost, I would like to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah and a wonderful, blessed Christmas. May the season's light shine upon you and peace be unto you. As our city grows, we move from the abstraction of what was to the reality of what is. the city of Linden is moving on, and I endorse and look forward to the challenges upon us in 2026. From my family to yours, Happy New Year. I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or by email, bjavick@linden-newjersey.gov, on Facebook, Second Ward Councilman Barry E. Javick. And as always, additional information can be found on our City of Linden website. Council President, end of report.
Thank you, Councilman Javik. Councilwoman Caldwell.
Thank you, Council President. Happy holidays, Third Ward. As we come to the end of another year, I want to start by saying we made it. That alone is something to be thankful for. Waking up today is a true blessing, one we often take lightly. Simply by opening our eyes is a gift. I say this to remind everyone, please take care of yourselves. When your body tells you something, don't ignore it. Those signals are there for a reason. Listen to your body. Your health matters. I also ask that we continue to be kind to one another. You never know what someone else is going through. Someone may have a loved one who is ill, or they may be facing decisions that are incredibly difficult. Before this world forgets empathy, kindness, and compassion, let's choose to be human. Let us care about one another. On another note, I want to take a moment to extend my deepest condolences to my neighbor, Choma, on the loss of her son, Obi. Obi Rogers, we affectionately call Obi, was a good friend of my son, Trevor's. He was a gentle giant, respectful, kind, and full of promise. I always told my sons, show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. Obi attended William Patterson University. He loved my funnel cake, and he will be truly missed. May he rest in power and forever in our hearts. Mrs. Caldwell will never forget you. I would also like to acknowledge my colleague, Councilman Rivas, as this is our last council meeting together. When I first ran for office, not many people walked with me most of the time. I walked the ward by myself, but Councilman Rivas was one of a few who stood by me. He spoke Spanish to my neighbors who did not speak English. Hablo español poquito. That means I speak very little Spanish. But he made sure everyone felt included. Thank you for your support, your partnership, and your dedication. I wish you nothing but the best. To the Third Ward, I wish you a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you for your continued support, and I'm honored to share that I'll be sworn in for my third term on January 6, 2026. Without you, there is no me. I appreciate you more than words can express. Remember, Councilwoman Caldwell always follows up and follows through. You can reach me at 908-531-0676. Happy holidays, and God bless you all. Empathy costs nothing. Kindness changes everything, and following through is how trust is built. That concludes my report, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Caldwell. Councilman Rivas.
Good evening. Tonight, I would like to begin my speech wishing all of citizens of Linden, city workers, public officials, and especially to the residents of the Fifth Ward, a happy holiday season. To all my friends here in City Council, as I leave these chambers today, I want to remind you that never allow your decisions to be driven by loyalty rooted on self-preservation. Do not be afraid to speak up, even when it's uncomfortable or may strain relationships. The people you represent expects this as the minimum responsibility of a public official. If we cannot meet that standards, then how can the public trust us with the serious responsibilities of this council? Over the last 3 years, I have come to clearly understand how politics works in our city. I have also seen how public confidence has been lost month after month. Only a few brave residents consistently come to these meetings to hold us accountable. Too many seats remain empty, and participation too often represents support for personalities than for engagement in governments. Those seats should be filled with residents whose voices deserve to be heard. Never forget that. Many of our constituents have lost faith because they feel nothing changes. Too often, the city appears to treat Linden as a part of a political network or a family legacy. Meanwhile, many residents balance their full-time jobs, families, and these personal responsibilities, yes, to still take time to stand up against injustice and demand fairness. Our residents feel impacted when rules are applied unevenly, when they are fined and they are denied support, while certain companies are allowed to profit freely in our city, sometimes in contradiction to our own ordinance and resolutions. This consistency, ladies and gentlemen, are noticed, remembered, and felt deeply by the people who we serve. I want to thank all of those who continue to advocate for freedom of speech and remind City Hall that this town belongs to its citizens, not to the nepotism, privilege, or political convenience of some. To those who have faced powerful interests, often on an uneven playing field, I offer my sincere respect and gratitude. I have learned a lot from you. Thank you for doing that. As I step down from this chair at the end of the year, my commitment does not end. I will continue standing by you, this time not from the seat here in City Hall, but alongside, working toward better days for Linden, for our families, and for our future. The people of Linden deserve better. Our city debt continues to grow, and no one is saying nothing about it. Meaningful changes need to happen in this city, and we cannot wait for anyone to lead us. We need to lead ourselves to change. Change begins when all of us raise our voices, remain engaged, and vote at every election against complacency and the oppression of so-called political leaders. Life will challenge us. There will be days of exhaustion, doubt, and disappointment. But even in solitude, your light will still shine, ladies and gentlemen. Growth is always not easy, and silence does not mean surrender. If we must move forward alone, let's move forward alone. Let's begin again, but this time not from zero, but from experience. One day when we will look back and realize that every struggle that we carried, it has paid its purpose. No matter what happened, we need to keep fighting for better quality of life in the city of Linden. Thank you for your support and for always care about Linden. I want to publicly say thank you to my wife and daughter today on the stands. Thank you for allowing me to take time of your time to serve the citizens of Linden. Without your support, I would have not been able to complete this term. In heaven, I want to say thank you to my son for leading me always. And to all of you, never let anybody make decisions for you. God bless you, and God bless the citizens of Linden. Thank you, Madam President. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Strano?
Thank you, Council President. I have the personnel report to read first and move for approval. Number one, the Community Services is approving the seasonal list on file in the City Clerk's office. Number two, in the Fire Department is to approve the beginning the process to hire one fire recruit effective February 1st, 2026 for the February Fire Academy. Number three, in the Police Department, Ms. A is approving the resignation in good standing for Austin Katurka, a public safety telecommunicator trainee, effective December 5th of 2025. B is approving the appointment of Andre Hobchak, police recruit, at the salary of $46,887, effective December 29th of 2025. That will be subject to the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements. C is approving the posting for public safety telecommunicator trainee statewide at the salary range of between $44,000 and $109,000 annually. 4, in the Office of the Mayor is approving the posting for a public information officer full-time statewide with a salary range of between $70,000 and $102,900. B is approving the posting for a confidential clerk 1 full-time Linden only with a salary range between $37,298 and $64,807,000. 5, in the municipal court is approving the resignation in good standing for Tiana Mitchell, clerk 1, effective November 14th of 2025. And B is approving the resignation in good standing for Erica Williams, violations clerk, effective September 15th of 2025. 6, in the Personnel Department is A, approving the attached list of vacation carryover time subject to and not to exceed the number of accrued but unused days for each employee. B is approving the FMLA and the NJFLA leaves that are on file in the Division of Personnel. Move for approval and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
Yes to all, no to number 4.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Go ahead, Councilman.
Okay, thank you, Council President. This is to do with our Department of Community Services, which encompasses our Division of Public Works and our public properties. And this is due to our recent snow event that we had. I mean, it hasn't snowed in such a long time. We kind of lost track of like what it is to have a snowstorm that requires snow removal. But there were some complaints from some residents that thought the city was responsible for shoveling their driveways or their walkways. And I just want to reiterate for the public what the actual ordinance states. So what it states here in our ordinances in the city of Linden regarding snow removal, and this is Chapter 3, Section 31. The owner, occupant, or tenant of a premises abutting, bordering upon any street in the city shall remove all snow and ice from the abutting sidewalks of such streets, or in the case of ice, which may be so frozen as to make removal impractical, shall cause the same to be thoroughly covered with sand or ashes within 6 daylight hours after the snow falls or is formed thereon, meaning the ice. Similarly, the owner, or occupant, or tenant of any premises shall not cover any fire hydrant during snow removal and shall clear snow and ice from hydrants that are on their property. Now, obviously, this is old. We don't use ashes anymore. Sand would still work. And then it goes on. It was amended, I guess, Chapter 15, Section 10, some years later. The owner of each and every dwelling, store, or other building or lots of ground in the city of Linden shall, within 6 hours of daylight after any snowfall or accumulation of ice occurs, cause the same to be removed entirely from the paved sidewalk or unpaved area normally used as a walkway as follows. For a width of at least for a width of at least 2 feet on a single-family or two-family residential lot, and a width of at least 4 feet on all other lots, meaning commercial. In the event that ice may be so frozen as to make the walk removal impractical, the owner shall cause the sidewalks, walkways, or steps to be thoroughly covered with sand. Again, they mention ashes, but now we're moving on to sawdust or rock salt. We're into the modern era now. And then it goes on, another amendment, Chapter 15, Section 12, is prohibiting placing snow or ice on the street, sidewalks, or fire hydrants. No person, including any property owner, shall place, allow, or cause to be placed snow or ice upon any street, road, sidewalk, or municipal right-of-way, nor without the owner's permission upon the lands of any property near or adjoining or across the street from that property from which the snow or ice has been removed. No such person shall place such snow or ice in a manner that will obstruct or impede vehicular or pedestrian traffic or block access to any street, road, or sidewalk. No person shall place any snow or ice upon or near any fire hydrant. And in the event that the plowing of snow or ice or in a driveway cannot reasonably accomplished without removing some snow or ice onto the street or right of way. Such snow or ice shall be immediately plowed back onto the property from which it was removed. Now, we didn't really have that bad of a snowstorm, but I just read that to let people know that you're responsible for the maintenance when there's a snowfall on your property. And I was informed by the Board of Health that they do vigorously enforce these ordinances. And this includes even walkways up to your front steps and your front steps. You don't want a mail carrier, slipping or falling on your property. The responsibility falls back to the property owner. The DPW does clear the crossing guard stations throughout the city, the school crossing guards, and they also maintain the Amon lot, which is across the street here, and the railroad station, which is maintained by public properties as well. That is my little complaint, reply, just to let people know what they're responsible for. But at this time, I'd like to wish Carlos the best in his future endeavors. And I'd like to also wish all of our Linden residents, our city employees, happy holidays. And hopefully, if we get a little white Christmas, it won't be something that'll be that detrimental. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman Strano.
Thank you, Councilman Estrada.
Okay, Councilman Armstead.
Thank you, Council President. As usual, I'm going to be brief. I don't believe in drawing things out, but I do want to wish Carlos the very best in whatever you decide that you're going to do to help the city out, because I know that you're the type of person that's not going to quit until you see things are done the way you feel they're supposed to be done. And I do admire that about you. You use the word accountability. Many of you don't know that this was like one of the most trying years of my life. I didn't even know if I was going to be here. I actually thought that I was going to die before this year was up. I was in the hospital, in and out the hospital, but I stayed accountable to the people while I was in the hospital. I answered my phone. I got things done because it's not about me. It is about the people of this city and doing what's right by the people of this city. I took on an oath to do something, so that's what I decided to do. No matter how sick I was, I made sure that I stayed on the phone, calling down to the city, making sure things were still done, while not knowing whether I was going to live or die at that particular time. That's all I'm going to have to say about that. But over the past couple of weeks, we have got some things done. We had a problem with the lights on South Broad Street. They kept going out. We got the PSE&G out to fix those lights. We got street crosswalks painted on Chandler Avenue from Elizabeth Avenue all the way down to St. George Avenue and all the side streets as well. I want to thank also the city workers for the job that they've done on doing their snow removal. Like Ralph was saying, it's been a long time since we really had a serious snow here, and I think that they absolutely did a fabulous job throughout the city, making sure that we could get through, people can drive their cars through and do what they needed to do. One last thing that we did have done, we had the rumble strips done. We cannot put speed bumps on every street. But in order to slow traffic down, we can put rumble streets on some of the streets. We put them on Cranford Avenue, and we also put them on Chandler Avenue so it can slow the traffic down. That's basically all that I have for my report. If anybody would like to contact me, you can contact me at mRarmstead@linden-newjersey.nj.gov, or you can call me 908-463-8986. I prefer a call because I'm basically the type of person that would like to talk to you and hear you instead of reading a message. That's the end of my report for today.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Rodriguez?
Thank you, Council President. As we come to the close of another year, I want to take a moment to wish everyone a joyful holiday season filled with peace, good health, and times with loved ones. December is a time to reflect on what we have accomplished together as a community, to look ahead with optimism towards the new year. I would also like to take a moment to congratulate our newly elected council member, 5th Ward Councilwoman Kayla Lott, and 6th Ward Councilman Eloy Delgado. I would also like to congratulate re-elected Councilwoman Monique Caldwell and 7th Ward Councilman Ralph Strano. I look forward to working together as we continue serving our residents. As winter sets in, please stay warm and look out for one another. If anyone needs assistance or has concern, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me at 908-858-0269 or email arodriguez@linden-nj.gov. I wish everyone a happy holiday season and a safe, healthy, prosperous new year. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman Rodriguez. Councilwoman Hudak?
Thank you. So I get asked if Santa is real around this time of year, and the answer is yes, in the sense that Santa is kind, has gratitude, encourages all to be thankful, and spreads joy. See, as humans, we have a pattern where we get consumed about what happened yesterday and what we have to do tomorrow, and we miss the opportunity to be present and make lasting memories today. So take the time this season to be present in the day, because today is happening and it would be really foolish to miss it. So dance like Frosty, shine like Rudolph, give like Santa, and love like Mrs. Claus. Merry Christmas to all. Carlos, best of luck in your future endeavors, and good night to all. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Okay, I have a short report as well. We were told that the council meeting was not going to be able to broadcast live this evening due to technical difficulties, but fortunately, they've been able to get it on board tonight. It is going live on our YouTube channel. While we are in the process of getting the microphones and all of this technology fixed, it should be on board beginning of January. Okay? We thank you for your patience while this is being repaired. I know the mayor's probably going to mention this, but I'm going to mention it as well. The mayor's senior Christmas dinner registration is still available for the dinner this Saturday, December 20th. It's from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It will be an afternoon filled with delicious food, music, entertainment, and holiday fun. Registration is required, so please call the mayor's office, 908-474-8493. The special guest for that evening will be Senate President Nicholas Matari. Okay, our Cultural and Heritage Committee is also sponsoring the house decorating contest this year. We're asking all the council members, we have some beautifully decorated houses throughout the city. Please pick out 3 houses in your wards and submit them to the president, Mary Beth Strano. The Cultural Committee will be the ones to judge on that, not the council members or the mayor. So you will be hearing from the Cultural Committee if you should win. Winners from last year are not eligible this year. So we thank everyone for, I got to say again, that many of the houses are beautifully decorated, so thank you. Also, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the Cultural and Heritage Committee and all the volunteers for all their hard work and efforts during the city tree lighting. It was a nice evening, even though it was so very cold. This past Saturday, we had the Breakfast with Santa. I want to say a special thank you to Sandy Jackson, as well as all the volunteers who consistently volunteer their time to make all these events a success. Many of our city employees give of their time and talents to help with these events. I want to give a special shout out to the kitchen crew. The breakfast would not have been possible without them. Once again this year, it was manned by Deputy Fire Chief Sal Principato and his adult children, as well as Nancy Vesey and Mike Jackson. These are the people behind the scenes. Thank you again for everyone, for all you do. At this time, I'd like to also extend my best wishes to Councilman Rivas and wish you best in all your endeavors. May God bless you and your family. So it's been a pleasure serving with you, Carlos. And just take the time you need to spend with your family. I would like to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season and a very happy and healthy new year. If anyone needs to contact me, my telephone number is 908-494-0880. Thank you, everyone. Mayor, you're up.
Yes, thank you, Council President. First, let me wish everyone a happy and healthy, prosperous holiday season, whether it's Kwanzaa, whether it's Christmas, or whether it's Hanukkah. Again, we want to wish you a very happy and healthy holiday season. On Saturday, December 7th, we celebrated our annual holiday breakfast with Santa. This is an annual event that falls under the Mayor's Youth Commission. So I want to thank the Mayor's Youth Commission, the Department of Parks and Recreation, Linden FMBA, for supporting our event and making sure that it was a success. Today, we held a special ceremony in front of City Hall to celebrate the holiday of Hanukkah, featuring the lighting of the menorah. I want to give a special thanks to Rabbi Kanelsky. He's from Elizabeth. He comes to Linden every year. He has a tremendous amount of respect for what we're doing here in Linden, and he just shows up, and we appreciate him and his friendship and the love and respect he shows our community. As mentioned earlier, this Saturday, December 20th, we'll be celebrating our senior Linden residents with a Christmas dinner. Bus transportation will be provided for the residents of the Ann Ferguson Tower, the Murawski Tower, and the JTG Tower. Those are our senior buildings on Dill Avenue. The dinner will be held from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the JTG Center. There's still time to register, so please make sure you call my office at 908-474-8495 to be added to the list. Again, that's 908-474-8495. There has been some complaints or some concern about the ability to log on through our portal. And there's been some concerns about calling the office and not being able to get through the way they'd like to. So I'm going to give you my cell number. It's 908-377-6384. Again, that's 908-377-6384. If you're having difficulty, you can call me directly. In other news, the bagging of the parking meters for the holidays starts tomorrow, December 17th through January 2nd. So that means you will not have to pay for parking on Wood Avenue during that time frame. So earlier tonight, you may have, well, later on this evening, you'll see Resolution 2025-449 on this month's agenda. After we recently met with the owner of 2600 Marshes Dock Road, he was made aware that he'd like to build a warehouse of approximately 200,000 square feet at the location, which is projected to provide the city with another significant tax rateable, similar to the other warehousing developments in the last 5 years, that I'm thankful that this governing body has supported. This is the first step in this particular redevelopment, and I'm confident that we'll see progress and we'll see a process through. I'm also happy to announce Dave's Hot Chicken, which will be coming to Legacy Square. They're finalizing their permitting approvals. Dave's Hot Chicken is rapidly growing across the state, and I hear nothing but good things. Happy to announce that Legacy Square is almost 90% occupied with retail tenants. You don't hear that too often, and it's a great example of how strong the Linden local economy is. As many of you can see, one of the newest residential developments, One West, at our former Clark property on West Elizabeth and Northwood Avenue, is moving at a rapid pace. The developer has already finalized the sheetrocking and is now finalizing additional interior work. We look forward to ribbon cutting, which is still projected to be in just a few months, spring of 2026. Earlier this evening, there were some questions with regards to the development of 600 West Edgar Road, and there were some questions about the pilot that we were entering. Just a few numbers here. At stabilization, the gross pilot is estimated to be approximately $286,000 annually, of which the city share will be roughly $232,000. Now, currently, on that property, we're approximately $72,000 being collected, with the city share of only $25,000. That's if the property remains undeveloped Total taxes over the next 30 years are projected to be approximately $2.9 million. That's if it's undeveloped, of which the city will receive roughly approximately $1 million. But under the proposed pilot, the redevelopment is projected to generate $13.8 million in total pilot revenues over a 30-year term, of which $11.6 million would accrue to the city. So what it basically says is that if we left it as it was, we'd get peanuts. But by developing it, we'll have $10.6 million in additional revenues. So some people don't like pilots, but the reality of it is banks will look at developments that have entered into pilot agreements favorably, and they will loan money to the developers to build these particular projects. So, and pilots have helped us quite significantly in this city. When you think about the number of pilots that we have entered into, and next month I will bring you an additional chart to show you the additional revenues that we brought into this town. I will show you that I will compare what we would have gotten. We would not be in the shape that we're in had we not entered into pilot agreements with various developers. Once again, I'd like to wish everybody a healthy and happy holiday, and thank you for letting me be your mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, we're going to now move on to resolutions for this evening.
Madam President, I move for approval of resolutions 446 to 464. I respectfully ask for second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we have no ordinances for first reading this evening, since it's the end of the year. Okay, we're going to now move on to comments from members of the public in attendance on city business. We're going to begin with Mr. Craig Halloran. Please come up.
Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. First of all, I'd like to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday season and a great and festive new year. I'd like to thank personally Councilman Rivas for all his help and many times that we've met, and he's been a great inspiration to me, either at a school board meeting, council meetings. But as I move on to further roles in the city, I'd like to thank everybody here in this room, not just up here, but everybody, for teaching me about what it means to be somebody who's involved in the government of our great city. This city should be noted as the best city in the state of New Jersey, if not the country. As we all work together to do that, I hope we all continue to be role models for our younger residents. So therefore, again, happy holidays to everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Halloran. Okay, Darrell Sadler.
Good evening. Darrell Sadler, 104 East Elizabeth. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year to everyone. I just want to say thank you to all the City Council, but in particular, wanted to come tonight to thank my City Councilwoman, Monique Caldwell. She truly is, like the mayor was saying, that you guys are always on the clock. I tried to be respectful of her time. I emailed her one Saturday. She calls me back. I wasn't even expecting that. But anyway, she gets on me when I ask her about DPW. They come out. She said, y'all need to break your boxes down. But I'm just saying, myself and my neighbor, Lori Letterman, we tear our boxes down. We just can't account for everybody, but we try to do our best. But anyway, enough said about that. At this time, if you could step over here, Councilman Lori, if you come up. We just want to give Councilman Caldwell a token of our appreciation from Parkline Condominiums. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
It's a thankless job being a councilwoman, but when something like this happens, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. And again, it's no me without you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sadler. Okay, John Kazar?
John, I live in Linden. Merry Christmas. I'm allowed to say Merry Christmas, right? People guilt you to say that. When I say Merry Christmas, I mean Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, everything underneath the umbrella. I hope everyone has a good, Mr. Rivas. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Thank you for staying up there, what we all think out here. So sorry for your loss. Yes. So, Mr. Mayor, you said about the shape we're in, We absorbed a 9% tax increase last year. I could rebuttal every point you listed about the pilots, but I don't want to do that today. Maybe next year. Plainfield had a mayoral debate. I would love to talk to you about a few points. I'll just do a little housekeeping. Mr. Strano brought up about, I found it a little ironic telling the residents that we need to shovel our walks. Again, if you go outside by Wheeler Park, and you said the Board of Ed is keeping the Board of Health is keeping everybody on their toes, giving out summonses right across the street from them again. You could see it here from the beginning of Wheeler Park to Route 1 is not shoveled, okay? We got to get together with the county. This happened last year, and what you said was, oh, you could walk on the other side of the street. There's 2 bus stops on both sides of you said that at the caucus meeting. I have a memory of an elephant. But that's neither here nor there right now. We need to get together. It's the county's responsibility, okay? But they never shovel. It's a long area. Go past there. People are going to slip. And it's just, we got to get together. If the city workers see that it's not being shoveled, I think we need to take care of it after a day or two. This snow was so bad because it hasn't gone below, it got above freezing, so it's still there. Go check it out. It won't be gone until Thursday when it's about 50. I saw another post on Facebook about the heaters at the train station, okay? I said good luck getting past the bureaucratic red tape with that because I know the city always says it's New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit says it's Amtrak or something. But the commuters going into the city and down to Trenton said they would like those fixed. I don't know who has to be on that. But and I know Linden is responsible for the maintenance of the train station, but this is like in between. Is that maintenance or is that a big problem? So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone, and stay safe.
Thank you. Okay, can we have a motion to close the public comment portion of the meeting, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the public comments and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas?
Yes.
Stratton?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, the next council meeting will be as follows. Council conference meeting prior to the council meeting, Tuesday, December 30th, at 6 p.m. in the council conference room, City Hall, if needed. Council meeting Tuesday, December 30th, at 7 p.m. in the council chambers in City Hall, if needed. Council meeting prior to the council meeting Tuesday, January 6th, at 6 p.m. in the council conference room, City Hall. Council reorg meeting Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, at 7 p.m. in the council chambers in City Hall. These meetings will be held in person. Can we have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yamakaitis?
Yes. Have a good evening, everyone.